Late nights turn to early days. Pray these hoes forgive me from my early ways. Though shit ain't changed, all the pressure and the fame got me picking up the phone, calling Candace and Janae. I say I love them all, although I'm just trying to ball. I've been in the studio, so I can't pick up your call. All about balance, I be damned if I fall. Fly world over everything and money over all for real. Champagne when the timing is right. Sit back, just roll us a flight. Have a toast to the time of your life. See the city light shining so bright, illuminating at the height of the night. See stars in your sight. Model bitches trying to choose. You regular bitch, why the fuck is you rude? Get the fuck out the room. See the married bitches back to their groom. They say the night and they be back before noon. Feeling rose. Got missed calls from my ex bitch who didn't get the message. She love me cause I'm cool, hate me cause I'm reckless. Say she caught me slipping, but I would never confess it. Told her that she was tripping and I would like her to exit. Look, an hour later had another one there. I know she crying, why the fuck should I care? I got the heart of a player. Cool nigga, all about paper. Hella bitches I can name by the flavor. I got game by the layer. In the villa, I'm coolin' watching the Lakers. Bron going for 40, I'm getting the head from Arena. Who winning, pimping, in my opinion. It's like I'm chauffeur driven. Daughter of a preacher. I had that bitch sinning, only God judging. I'm just living my life. They say I'm wrong and I'm living so trite. It's the time of my life. Champagne when the timing is right. Sit back, just roll us some flight. This is the time of our life. See the city light shining so bright, illuminating at the height of the night. This is the time of our life. Look, this is the motherfucking time of our life. This is the time of our life. Yeah. Hey, we gonna do something like this. Look, life on the edge, cut to the chase, cup full of hand, blunt to the face. Marathon ain't a motherfucking race, yeah. Hey, life on the edge, cut to the chase, cup full of hand, blunt to the face. Marathon ain't a motherfucking race, yeah. Fly world. Xpressions, fuck with y'all. Good luck.
Yeah. Check 2 1 2 1.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Hey, we back in here with another episode of Xpression.
Yeah.
This is episode 26. I am Timothy Wallace.
Damn.
What up, it's Chill. Ooh, what up, it's Chills.
McCooleyHigh.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Ted the Genius.
It's your boy Crispy K, aka K Chef.
You back with the Crispy K.
Man, that was gangster as fuck. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
man, we in here with McCooleyHigh, bruh. Appreciate you for coming, man.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
For real, man. Definitely appreciate you dropping off that record, man. What was that song you performed? What was the name of that?
PlayBoy Chronicles.
Like self-titled joint.
Yeah, that was the the title track for the project.
The
Hell
name
yeah.
take.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Like the Junior or something.
Hell yeah. Right.
Nice.
Shit was fire. Hell yeah.
Even when we touched over there though, like what is, and I know you say you wrote this joint in 5 consecutive days, but like
That's raw.
what inspired that process? Was it somewhere you was at?
Yeah.
Or you just like reflecting on like, you know what, I'm about to just
It was more so one of them things like just putting together like experiences I've been through in a sense, and and like adding a little bit of like fiction and suspense, just a little bit, but
yeah.
for the most part, like I just felt like it would be a dope perspective to tell a story from, in a sense, because like everything musically coming out of most people is like trap or some shit like that. For the most part, and I kind of wanted to express a different side, so.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I really like that jam session too. That shit was dope.
That was dope. I really
enjoyed
like
it.
the ending part was my favorite. Tommy said he liked the beginning,
I was gonna say I like the ending too.
We definitely ended on a
So
vibe.
basically, everybody liked the jam session, but I really like the ending because, like, I don't know, we started off cool, and then the middle part got fired, but then I feel like we like
On that first
just
part.
kinda-
on that first part we broke out.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, we need to stop. We
Mhm.
stop and
Right.
restart. And then that next part was fire. That next beat we came up with was fire. I like that shit.
Yeah, that one was
I
hard.
agree.
I can't, even when I be playing the drums, I can't hear none of y'all niggas be saying.
Man.
I just hear like bits. All I hear is like my drums. Yeah, nigga, what's up?
Right.
You already know. Like that's how I hear little bits.
I'm
I
pretty
can hear
sure that
everything,
shit sound different, like outside of like, you know, just being over there because
Mm-hmm.
I swear I wasn't able to really hear shit either though. Like,
Yeah.
from anybody else.
I can hear everything.
And the only reason
I
I
can hear
do
you
it like
just
that
about
because we in
almost
like a
everything.
smaller environment. But if we was like bigger space and shit, you'll be able to hear the vocals way better. I just be trying to like stop this. It'd be like white noise frequency sometimes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you got the vocals up heavy with the gain and shit like that. So, because we in a smaller impact
Oh yeah,
area.
definitely.
That's the greatest part about the jam sessions, man, because you really don't hear everything. I mean, like, at least from my perspective and like how what y'all just saying, like, you really don't hear every word, you don't hear every
Right,
lyric.
right, for sure.
Like,
yeah.
you
don't.
you literally vibe.
But when I edit
you
that
going off
shit
of
down,
what you hear. You going off the beat. You
right? But when
going
I
off
mix
of-
that shit
myself
down,
sometimes.
everything be on point though.
Yeah, you do.
Like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying.
bro, this shit's hard as fuck.
And
But when I mix down, you can hear everything though. Like it just like right here though.
And that be the
When I
that
get in
be
my
the-
mode,
the,
I
the
be
loveliness
following.
behind it though. Like
I
when
follow
it's
the
happening.
drums.
Like you be like, man, that jam session was great, but you can't even recall nothing that just happened until you hear it
Right
back.
till you hear it back and shit.
I know that makes
Like what the
sense.
fuck we just say and shit. Like,
I'm like, what do we play? What do we just make? Like,
hell yeah.
I had a question. We was talking about it earlier, but
probably have it.
where'd you get the name McCooleyHigh? Because I was saying like that's the dopest name we've had on here. Like I never forget that name, like McCooleyHigh.
Like, all right, about I want to say about 10 years ago, my name was like Fam McCool,
Okay.
and that lasted up until like, you know, around 2017 or some shit like that, and from that point I decided to change it to McCooleyHigh. But I actually said that in one of my songs back in like 2011. I said like leader of the new school called my shit McCooleyHigh. So from that point, like from that lyric, I kind of like just changed it from there.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I guess I was manifesting that shit back then. At that,
Right.
that
Right.
time,
Hell
but
yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely
shit
what
fire.
it is. Hey, we are back in here with another episode, episode 26. I have the pleasure of sitting down with my man McCooleyHigh, bro.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Coolin', what's good with you?
I'm feeling good, man. And now that you here, man, we vibed out tonight. Jam session was cool. Performance was good. So, I'm glad you came, man.
I appreciate y'all
Definitely,
having
man.
me for real.
Definitely shout out to Westside Moot, who definitely here tonight for sure. But we gonna get right into it, bro.
Let's go.
PlayBoy Chronicles. Is that the next project we looking for?
Yeah, definitely. PlayBoy Chronicles is
Expound on that.
Yeah, all right. So PlayBoy Chronicles is something that needs to be touched on. It's a subject that's like really never really talked about. We live in a female perspective based society in a sense. So like I guess like the male perspective is never heard. So we got hot girl summer, the city girls, all that shit. So it's like, the Playboy thing is more so of a thing explaining exactly how a man can become a Playboy in a sense, just the different levels of it. And, it could really ultimately be a woman's fault. A man don't have to be a fuck boy or a fuck nigga just to be a Playboy. It don't work like that. all the time, and that's really what I'm trying to explain here.
Right. I feel that, bro. We had briefly chopped up on it too, so I like that concept. Can't wait to hear that joint. Is there a difference in the sound from the two projects?
Yeah, most definitely.
Like the vibe and shit. As far as from Cedar and Lee to PlayBoy Chronicles, sonically though.
Yeah, definitely. With Cedar and Lee, that was more so like
Which I like, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. To me, that was more so like a gumbo like project. You know, the way I put it together, it was, you know, a mixture of rhymes that I've been working on, different stuff like that. And, you know, there was kind of, you know, different things at different times, and it all, you know, kind of fit well together. And fortunately, it came out to be a good project. But with PlayBoy Chronicles, this is a project I wrote in like 5 consecutive days. And it's produced mainly by Heath Stone. He produced 90% of the project. I got 2 other producers on that, but on 2 other songs. But other than that, he produced most of it. So the vibe is just there. It's like a, you know, it's just one of those situations where, you know, everything is just going right and you just in that zone and you're able to kind of like create something special.
Yeah, definitely. As far as, I wouldn't say the difference now. I'm gonna go switch to like, cause when I listened to Cedar and Lee, I felt like a West Coast vibe from you. Even in some of your verses, you be saying that shit too. I heard you say it on one of those songs. But what inspires that West Coast vibe though from you?
I mean, all right. Being a kid that grew up in the 90s, right, wasn't nothing hotter than West Coast hip hop.
Man, tell me
Like,
about it.
It wasn't nothing else going hotter than that. You had
Dre, like I was inspired by that.
You had Snoop, you had Spice One. Man, you could just go on. Like, you know, Mac 10, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Man, NWA, like everything that was like popping was West Coast at a certain point in time. Even our group, you know, from Cleveland, Bone Thugs and Harmony, they had that vibe. They had that vibe, you know, like they all dressed like Snoop and, you know, other niggas from the, you know, different shit like that, except for they wore Cleveland shit. But you know, but they still wear flannels and shit, like, you know, and Dickies and all that type shit. But at the end of the day, like, it was I just always felt like Cleveland and California always had like a strong connection for real.
I agree with that shit.
You know, that's just something, you know, that I always carry with me. So that's why Cedar and Lee sounds like that. And just in general.
And that's what I meant by like different, like on the sound wise from the 2 projects.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was trying to get at though. With that, you know, just will it still have that West Coast vibe with it? Even though of course it's about the storyline that it has.
It kind of does though, in a sense, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. It's more so a little bit more grown up in a sense.
Okay.
Because with Cedar and Lee, it was more so, you know, just brash, straight to, you know, lot more braggadocious for the most part. You know, just but with this one, it's more so well thought out, well planned.
And you wrote the whole project in 5 consecutive days. You said
5 consecutive days. Came up with the skits and everything. And it like, you know, it'll give you that feel like, you know, you still in like, you know, you somewhere in Los Angeles or something like that. That's just what I bring anytime I make a project, but it's just a little bit different.
Hell
as far as this, so
I can't wait, bro, because that's what I love about this whole situation, bro. We get to just lock in with some dope artists, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And add them to my goddamn playlist, you know what I mean? For real. But I'm gonna hold you a little longer.
Let's do
Got
it.
a couple more questions for you,
Let's
man.
go.
Do you enjoy performing?
Yeah, I actually do enjoy performing. One of the biggest things like about me is I always been like one of those dudes that had to be the center of attention, even from the time I was a kid. Like,
okay,
You know, I'll be, you know, watching videos and trying to mimic that shit and all that. So performing, you know, like I always been an actor, you know, different things like that. So that just been just in me to, you know, put on the show, do different things of that nature. But my biggest inspiration for that, like it always came from like seeing like the admiration that a person like Michael Jackson would have. Like, you know, he'll step on stage and, you know, wouldn't even really do too much and everybody be going crazy. Like, you know, and just people, you know, having all eyes on you at that moment. Like,
It's a hell of a feeling.
yeah, it is though. Like,
It really is.
You really can't really compare that shit to many things for.
So I got another question. What's your favorite part about the music industry? Like, and I'm talking about everything, whether it be the studio, performing, the writing process, the afterwards, what's your favorite part?
Is, to be honest, the most fun part is the creative process. Everything else is
Work.
Yeah, it's work. and it's stressful.
Afterwards,
It's stressful because like, in order to like, you know, do something like great, you gotta actually put a lot of work in. You gotta actually make the right steps. In doing business, you actually have to like make certain sacrifices and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And that's the exhausting part about it, you know, in a sense. But if you really want this is what you gotta do.
Hell
you know?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, the creative part is like the, you know, the most fun part, you know, making videos and coming up with concepts and shit. Yeah, like, as excited as I am about PlayBoy Chronicles, it's going to be a headache, you know, pushing the vision, actually pushing the vision. I already know, but that's exactly what, you know, I'm ready for and I'm expecting that. And, you know, when shit, you got to work doing anything, like, in life. So why not work doing something you love?
Right,
At the end of the day.
Hell yeah, man. What's your main focus as a man?
Legacy.
Legacy. I like that. That's definitely mine, because I want to leave that at least.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, legacy is all right. The most important thing is though, you got like, all right. To me, I'm gonna run it back a little bit as far as like a little bit of history. Always, like I said, I was always a talented kid, but I wasn't in the environment that was conducive to that, in a sense. Like, so nobody really believed in it. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a thing that like, okay, we're gonna get behind him and really push him and put him in situations where he can actually do this. Like, it was always, you know, pushed to the side. Like, you know, I'm the oldest of 5, so it really wasn't one of those things that, you know, was really, you know, the focal point. But as far as my children, I got 2 daughters, and they, you know, are showing signs of being talented in the same ways that I was. So I feel like it's my job to show them that they can actually do this shit too.
Right.
You know, and that's why I strive to go for it, because I want them to see that, you know, if you feel like, if you really want to do this, you can actually do it. Your dad is actually doing it or trying to do it or whatever, you know, he's actually giving it a shot. So I want them to have that same, you know, tenacity as far as that.
Yeah, and I was chopping it with Westside Mook, and we was kind of going over something like that, because I was like, man, having him around that shit. And my thing is, when he started to get older and where he able to like express himself, I'm gonna tell him like, look, yeah, this what I do, this what mommy do, but leave your legacy though. You know what I mean? I just want you to see what kind of work ethic you gotta put into the shit. You know what I mean? And what it look like, how you supposed to carry yourself, conduct business, you know, how much time you need to put in and shit. That's what I want them to see mostly from the legacy.
And that's
it don't have to be just what I'm doing, but when you into your shit, just make sure you do it to the fullest.
And that's important, because like, if you really look at like, you know, the era we grew up in, and our, you know, we all like basically millennials in this room.
Right.
And we kind of was like always deterred away from things that seemed unrealistic to, you know, the people that came before us.
Right.
Because they didn't have the same opportunities, wasn't afforded the opportunity to actually like, you know,
explore,
dream in a sense.
dream,
So like, you know, you got to think. Grandma was, you know, raising the family at fucking 22. You know what I mean? Different shit like that.
Right. Definitely my grandma,
you know,
for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get to thinking about things like that, then that just goes to your mother or your father. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we as a people are not really that far removed from that era, like where we didn't have much to go off of. So
we try to change
I just feel like it's important for our generation now to really like take advantage of everything that, you know, we have in front of us. Like, and that's what I think all the kids is doing, you know, like right now. It's like you see a lot of kids like understanding like that you could actually like be an entrepreneur and, you know, kind of make your own way, and you don't have to like really worry about getting a job. And they complaining about, you know, the workforce right now, but like, you know, everybody's smart. They like, you know, you gotta think like, man, like, it's, you know,
I'm trying to get my little hustle going. This shit,
like with COVID going on and everything, right? And you know, they shut down a lot of jobs. A lot of people are like able to touch a lot of money. Just imagine, you know what I mean, how many people that touched that money that was like the only thing that they was waiting on was to be able to touch some money to make something happen. Mm-hmm. And they did. And it's like, man, they like, shit, now that everything open back up, they're like, why the fuck am I going back to work? Like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I'm cool. So that's basically like, you know, just our generation in a nutshell, man. Like, we smarter than that. Like, it just... And now I feel like, you know, I feel like what we leave for our kids, you know, they're going to just basically kind of like go beyond that.
Yeah, definitely, man. That was a good ass conversation with McCooleyHigh. Why don't you shout out your socials, man, so where everybody can get you at, even your music and stuff.
Oh yeah, Instagram, McCooleyHigh, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all that. McCooleyHigh. I'm right there. You'll find me. MCC OOLEYHIGH.
Yeah. What does Xpression mean to you before we get out of here?
Dope vibes, dope people. Great opportunity for artists.
Not the show. What does Xpression mean?
Xpression.
Yeah, like not the show, but what does Xpression mean to you?
Freedom. That's what Xpression is. Like, without that, you know, without being able to express yourself, you're in prison. So Xpression is freedom.
Break the chains and shit, you know. Well, there you have it, man. That was episode 26. Another conversation with McCooleyHigh, man. Go check him out. Back to the show. Peace.
Oh, shit. Always gotta do some goofy ass. They say I shouldn't brag so much, but I remember when I didn't have so much. Hey, they say I shouldn't brag so much, but I remember when I didn't have so much. Hey,
focused on mine, design slogans to quote, nigga, I hope I'm on time. I'm God body, this God soldier, hoping to wine. I never spoke with the swine, plus I'm dope that rewind to bring them back like I'm coaching, telling hoes get in line. Nigga, I'm chosen LeBron and approaching my prime. You ain't as focused as I, more so close to behind. I swear these niggas couldn't see me if they open their eyes. So look, I'm moonwalking like Mike Jack with the glitter glove, cause I've been getting love since 50 Cent made in the club between you and your crew. Shit, I don't know who the biggest scrub. Flower versus y'all, you getting washed like you in a tub. I'm not finna judge, cause truthfully, I don't give a fuck. Middle fingers up to the highs, that's how I give it up. I sit back to a beat, roll up some Bob Marley, feeling like John Gotti. Nigga, this God body.
they say I shouldn't brag so much. I remember when I didn't have so much, yeah. They say I shouldn't brag so much, but I remember when I didn't have so much. Look, they say I shouldn't brag so much. I remember when I didn't have so much, yeah. They say I shouldn't brag so much. I remember when I didn't. Look, I paint the perfect picture, Picasso, motherfucking God flow. I prayed for a Murcielago. I'm just talking shit.
Going on.
Music is music, I ain't bitch. From the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac. And we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac. And we gon' slide. Told her tap in, we gon' get some paper on the back end. What's crackin'? We coolin' but ain't got no time for slacking. I'm tryna get up in another bracket. Figured out my worth and I tax it. That's the reason why my baby mama mad. She. But look, I'm tryna get the artist section. Count this paper after that, we straight relaxing. Look, girl, you hella cool with your fine ass. Type of chick a nigga couldn't slide past. Rendezvous shit, we can have a nightcap. Watch the stars while we sippin' out a wine glass. Put you up on numbers and shit. Manifest our goals by the summer we rich. I'm just tryna get paper like a summary slip. Run it up, then we bout to have some fun with this shit. You like how I do it like that? You know these other niggas, they not moving like that. Who else gon' kick game just as fluent like that? Who else gon' chop it up and just screw it like that? Used to bite that in her thigh cause I knew you like that. I'm the type to see the bread and pursue it like that. So I'm just trying to see you later for this little nightcap. But I just gotta get this paper, I'ma get right back. From the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac. And we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac. And we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac. And we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac. And we gon' slide. Told her tap in, we gon' get some paper on the back end. What's crackin'? We coolin' but ain't got no time for slacking. I'm tryna get up in another bracket. Figured out my worth and I tax it. That's the reason why my baby mama mad. She. Hey, this shit different though.
Let's see here.
What you got? Can we go off topic? Can we do some?
Do whatever.
Cause we was gonna talk about some health and fitness shit too.
Okay. No.
I thought you had some shit, dude. He said,
I was like brainstorming, but I was like, okay.
Anyone gonna
Health and fitness. Let's go health and fitness.
or fitness?
Health and fitness. We can talk about how health and fitness is so important right now, especially in this day and age with COVID. Everybody talking about that. How you need to get your health together. You need to stay active. You need to be out here.
Yeah, like COVID, like makes you remember just exactly like what factors would contribute to your overall experience, if you will, like of COVID, because they say that, you know, if you are like less fit, you're gonna have a worse time with it. If you you know, don't eat as well, you're gonna have a worse time with it.
Yeah, all right. I mean, this is what I have to say. So, like, my thing about fitness really had nothing to do with COVID. Really, I started on the journey right around the time that COVID did hit. I actually was like around like 225 pounds. I'm like 175 now.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
but
right.
it was unhealthy.
Solid.
225, like for real. You know what I mean? I had kids and shit, so you know, you got this thing called dad weight that you get and all that.
Yeah,
but
Dad weight.
right. So,
Just had 1 year and a half ago.
but like yeah, I was able to kind of like lock in around the time where, you know, it was time for, you know, everybody to kind of slow the world down, and you know, it wasn't nothing moving. I just kind of locked in on fitness at that point and just making sure that I wasn't about to gain that extra 30 pounds like everybody else did.
Right.
And I ended up losing like 50, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you was that size.
Yeah, that's crazy.
but
Wouldn't even
I
be
mean,
able to- bet you tall too, so it probably still
Right,
stretched
right.
out.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it didn't look like it though, but you know what I mean? Just I knew it was there, and
Right.
Yeah,
but honestly, like just fitness is really more than just a physical thing for me. It's more so it's a spiritual thing too. Because like eating right and all that is important. Like
for sure.
I'm vegan. So I don't you know what I mean, I don't eat any meat, I don't eat any dairy, anything like that. Like
See, I'm 80% vegetarian, 20% pescatarian. Cause I still eat salmon.
I mean, you
every now and then, like literally like twice a year.
You on your way, but
I ain't going toward vegan,
but you could really say that, like, you know, just with that diet alone compared to how you probably ate before.
I used to, hell yeah.
That you feel 100 times better. Like when you wake up in the morning, you feel great. Like your thinking is more clear and different stuff like that. And I just feel, you know, just spiritually, like with that kind of motivated me to do everything I'm doing now. Is like how it made me feel spiritually and just, you know, in that area, because that's really what's important. And I just feel like in this world that we live in right now, which is really like spiritual and shit like that, health and all that, it ties hand in hand into it. I feel like when you're on a spiritual journey, your health should change. I mean, your habits should change. Like different things that you know, your eating habits, all that. You know, it should really kind of like change, because that's what it leads you to.
I could definitely say, as a vegetarian though, like my cognitive rate went up. Like shit, I was able to comprehend faster. Like even when I do like
things you can remember from like
my
that you
intellect
couldn't
crazy,
things that you lightweight couldn't remember before, and it just popped back up. Like,
and honestly, it was not until I started on my journey.
Like I swear, I had literal lyrics that I forgot. You know, from songs and stuff like that, and I was like, damn, why the fuck can I remember this shit? It's like I can remember it then, and it's like once I got on this journey for real, it's like now all that shit started coming back with no problem. You know, that clear thought, and
and plus I'm on a mission too, so it's like the discipline that I'm creating, I had to do that shit. Cause it was a lot of shit crowding my mental, you know what I mean? Just not having the right ingestion, even with energy, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
I always feel like when my gut health is off, I feel off. Like the way I think, how my emotions are, how I go through the day is all off when I'm not feeding my body the right things. And it's like, I try to feed, I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, but I try to feed things that I know makes my body feel good. And so I try to add a lot of colors into my diet. A lot of reds,
colors, right?
Yellows,
yeah.
a lot of purples.
That should have helped though, because it's like that's
greens.
the colors of the shit, you know, that you need.
And a lot of stuff that's
peppers,
like
all that
good
shit,
for your digestive system. Like, oh man, so many people just eat McDonald's and eat like fast food. I do not eat fast food anymore.
See, but I was there.
I was
I
there.
was doing that shit.
And
like
it's addicting. I can see how people get trapped. Like super obese people, how they get trapped in this cycle of eating like this bad food, because I don't know, it's like poison, like stuff that you like they put into it. Like,
I think it's parasites.
it makes you like addicted to it. Like I don't know what it is. Like,
That's
so
why
I
it's
try
stuff that
to
makes you addicted to it.
I try to stay away from it
I really do.
as best as I can and stay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you see what happens to kids when they first have it. It's like that's all they want. So
right, the addiction to the shit.
I'm not giving my kids, like, I do not want my kids to fall in the same lupus
where you did, like
the way I did,
grew up
like,
and shit. It's putting that shit in your face.
Even now, like,
because you ain't had control of that.
But
like,
see,
niggas was putting it in your face.
But this is the thing about that. It's like as much as you don't want your kids to experience certain shit,
it's
they
gonna happen.
still will, because it exists in this world.
Right.
And it's like
Right.
Whatever you decide to keep them from is what they'll be like, okay.
Exactly.
Let me see what
sure.
that
Well, see,
is.
it's not like I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
it
so
from it, but I'm gonna more so tell them like, look, I want to show you the difference.
But
that's really what I want to show.
But you know how like you gonna have that kid, you know.
Cause he gonna eat the shit.
You gonna
eat the shit.
Right. Because it's like no getting around that. Like, to be honest, like every kid just really.
I'm gonna try though.
I'm gonna try my best.
I'm gonna try though.
It's like you really, it's like you really could try, but it's like you gotta understand that you gotta trust. Like, you know, you're gonna have times where you gotta trust these kids in the hands of other people,
right,
and all types of shit.
Mm-hmm. Cause that's what they gonna try to shit.
That's where everything that you do in your household kind of unravels in a sense because you know they just able to, you know, they somewhere else. So whatever they do over there is what they do. So if they don't feel like cooking and they want to go get the kids McDonald's.
And see that what I told look what I told my I gotta solve this problem. I told my fiance nigga, I said, look, if you know we got somebody babysitting, you know, like you said, they don't want to feel like cooking. I'm sending him with money. So when I send you with money, I want you to buy the shit. Cause I know you're gonna go out and get some fast food. But I want you to get the shit that I want to eat though. Like go to this more expensive spot, but I'm giving you this bread.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's how I'm gonna play this shit.
That's real, but still,
and show me the receipt.
Okay, but still,
because I want to know if you got this nigga McDonald's over the other shit.
That's cool. That's cool, but that's cool. But like, this the thing.
It's gonna happen
when they come down to kids. They gonna want to do what other kids is doing.
Right.
So it's like as much as you do all that,
so impressionable,
and you can make it like really normal in your household, and they're like, yeah, this is what we do, but they looking across the yard and they
I feel like
see Happy Meals and shit, and they got toys and all that. And
I feel like honestly, I feel like
I'm
as
gonna
long
live
as
in
the
the middle
conditioning
where
is
there's
there,
no McDonald's.
like
you can condition a motherfucker though.
You know what I mean? Because like the way that we were conditioned, shit, I've been eating fast food since
forever.
Definitely, if you, I mean, it's almost like.
But that's just because that's just what the fuck I know, and I know about eating healthy too, and I've like.
But you ain't find that till later on in life, though.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is at the beginning.
If I'm saying like
show
at the
it
beginning.
more. Yeah.
No,
So, like,
see, this is the thing though. Like,
depending on the conditioning. You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers knew about eating healthy, man, their whole life, man.
No,
like, there's no way that
you know about it, but is you doing it?
No,
like,
that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, everybody went to school.
We was showing the food pyramid. We was showing the food pyramid.
Everybody went to school. Like, it's different.
That don't count.
But you right though.
That's you reading about it, looking at a chart.
No, you right.
That's not you actually going home.
Yeah,
when you go home,
it's at the house.
when you go home, you want McDonald's. Oh, it's McDonald's at home. And McDonald's at home is
or they feed
fucking
you
ramen noodles or some whack shit.
Or they go.
I'm telling you right now, there's people
the conditioning
who don't know shit about diet. They don't know shit about food. I got people in my family that don't know shit about. They haven't ever eaten a zucchini in their life. I'm like, you ain't never had a zucchini
or avocado.
An avocado. They're like, avocado? What is that? I'm like, what?
Yeah, but I mean,
not a millennial
right now.
At the end of the day, though, I mean, it's definitely important.
It is important.
At the end of the day.
Like on top of that, like there's like to almost piggyback off of that. I remember back in you already know.
Right.
Back in elementary school, like one of the like prizes that I got for like attendance, for like perfect attendance.
Yeah.
I got like a gift card amount like to McDonald's. So, you know, they're like, congratulations for like showing up to school.
They was giving us
free.
They was giving us pieces for booking
and get yourself some snacks.
Conditioning.
Food,
That's
and, like,
what I'm saying.
Yourself.
And
I'm pretty sure I probably gained 5 pounds off of that.
They don't give you.
I had like $40 worth.
A gift card to go to
Pizza Hut.
What's the
you read the books.
What's the grocery store?
Free pizza. You know.
Something market.
Exactly though.
Got
What?
like a personal pan pizza for free for reading
Part of
so
Jay
many
Nigga?
books.
Yeah, book it.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what I was talking about.
like the healthy market. They don't give you that.
You got
shit.
like
They'll
the
give you
free
shit
I'm
behind
not
it.
remembering it, but I
They don't give you a grocery. You know what I'm saying? They give you some shit for McDonald's. So you be like, yeah, man, I want McDonald's now.
Dude.
I got 20 free. Your mom gonna take that card and feed you with it.
And she took me to McDonald's.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
it.
Like this.
I was just like, hey, Ma, I got like these gift cards, and
It's
I
conditioning,
earned
man.
them because I did a good job. Because I,
mean-
did a good
I
thing.
mean,
They encouraged me to
and
be fat.
that's cool. That's cool. And like I feel like when it come down to stuff like that, conditioning is conditioning. But you do get a chance in life to where you understand
Cause I went to I
what
worked
you
with a,
should and shouldn't do. You know
yeah, I
what
worked
mean?
with a guy.
All right.
He grew up vegetarian, and that nigga eat hella meat now. But he was like, I ain't really do this shit till I got older, cause I ain't have it. You know what I mean? He was like, I
mean,
wanted to see what it was
you
like.
you can't force shit on your
Yeah.
kids, man. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, but they was forcing that nigga to be.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
vegetarian.
That's forcing to be a vegetarian.
think he
Like,
liked
you
it.
know what I mean?
you
Like,
got to expand
I
the
had a-
realm of
like-
your conditioning.
like,
Because if you
Expand your
you are going to teach your kids that vegetarian is a healthy way to live your life, that's fine, because more than likely it is better than anybody else. But you also got to let them know that, hey, this is out here. Okay, get them McDonald's on the weekend, or get them McDonald's every now and again. Let them know what it tastes like. Let them know the difference of you waking up every day, eating right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then, the difference between you eating McDonald's, eating junk. Let them know how they, not like make them a social experiment, but
honestly,
like
though, right? But
but
on some real
let them
shit-
know the difference between how they
Sometimes it
feel and
happens,
how they are gonna be
right.
based off of what they put in their body, versus just getting that thrill of just eating some fast food McDonald's. 'Cause it's just
But
good.
honestly, the
Right.
good thing about this shit is that the best way to at least make sure you are handling it how you supposed to is just try to cook more. You know what I mean? Just try to cook
Yeah.
more. Have
no,
more shit.
see,
in the crib.
and
it's about the balance.
That-
no,
it's really
it's-
about it's about the
I'm
balance.
not gonna lie, man. My kid's mother struggle with this shit though. She tells me this all the time. Like, look, my daughters, they won't eat nothing that they don't want to eat. So
But
they like, did they really? You could cook and do all that shit. And like, you remember we was in a time where if you like, you better eat. Like,
Right.
you better
Oh,
eat.
yeah.
Like, you ain't gonna have no choice.
Or you go to bed hungry.
Or beat your ass, like something like that. Like one of those two things, either one you ain't want. So it's like
that
you
ain't the
can't
case right
you can't
now.
do that to kids now. Like so, kids if you like, kids intimidate you into giving them what you want. I mean, what they want, and you kind of gotta like cater towards anything that they will eat. Like you can't really go too far outside of that.
Yeah. I mean, but that's a part of cooking. I feel though. I'm
Because-
gonna learn what he
Man,
like.
I
So
remember
can
being
cook it.
I remember being a kid, man. Motherfuckers is feeding us liver and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on now. Like,
All liver and
what in your mind would think that my 10-year-old ass would want some motherfucking liver? Like,
Well, that's all they knew to cook.
Right.
Though. That's what
I
I'm
ate
saying.
it.
Like,
I'm saying, like,
man,
this be crazy because they will pop out with that shit out of nowhere. It was not a thing that they cooked all the time.
Shout out to
It's
Mom.
like when I guess when I
I
want some liver onions, the kids will eat too. Like,
with
get
the
the
gravy.
fuck out of here. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
well, now if I'm eating something like that, I wouldn't
Like,
make my kid eat
like,
that
Like,
shit.
I think
I'd be like, what
That
you
was
want?
man.
Put
My
it on
mom
there, it
did the
was
same
good.
shit.
I
She made
wouldn't
some
do that
chitlins.
shit. I wouldn't do that.
That's
Man, yeah,
She made some chitlins.
There's something wrong
Shout out
with
to my
chitlins.
mom.
Something
She made some
my
chitlins
mom
like
did to
one
me
random
made me,
ass
like,
day. I was like 11.
everything.
I
have
the
no
house was
that
funky.
where
I have no
I'm like,
cooking
man,
on
what
me
the fuck? I thought my dad took a shit and left.
all the time. I ate everything.
The house was funky, man. She's like, ooh.
and I'm
She
guessing
licking the
everything
pot.
you liked.
Oh hell no!
She's like,
No,
yeah,
you're
you want some of
hungry.
these chitlins, baby? I'm like, no.
I mean, even when you think
all
about
the
chitlins,
time,
bro, that's not
bullshit.
something you should be eating, man.
None of that.
She didn't cook all the time.
It's not something that need to be eating, bro.
I
Like,
cooked a lot.
I don't give a fuck if it's all
my own food
every
a
now
lot.
and then. That ain't no
Now.
good shit for the body. It's
that.
guts, my dude.
It's like honestly, like a lot of that stuff that we was conditioned to eat, like from like just 2 generations before, it's like it's bad for real. And I'm kind of glad that people are understanding now that it's not that's not the route to go.
My grandma would make fried gizzards and hearts.
Gizzards, yeah. I
Yeah,
like gizzards.
see,
They used to put
it's
gizzards
like
on turkey and
motherfuckers
shit.
cooking whole ass organs,
She would
organs
eat
and
it
shit.
though, like
Like,
it was. She would eat that shit.
Finger licking.
man, look, I swear to God, like I remember when I was eating some type of like noodles or some shit when I was a kid, and I think I asked somebody what they were, what was this like brown stuff that was in it? It was like it's the organs. Oh hell no!
Oh,
And you could just taste that. You could taste that shit though, like
it's the organs.
you're right. And like for now, I man, that like
That fucked you
as
up with noodles.
a kid, I'm smart. As a kid, I'm smart as fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm automatically like, cause the taste of it is weird, like liver. So it's
That's
like,
the guts. Oh,
like it's all the same to me. I'm like,
Sounds
oh
like it
hell no,
tastes
any of that type shit.
Maybe a little bit.
I don't know. Maybe it's what my
No,
mom
that shit
did.
was
For
disgusting.
my mom used to make liver and onions, but it used to be bomb.
liver
Oh,
and
hell
onions,
no.
dog. That
It
shit-
used to be
that
so
shit
bomb.
crazy.
Like I never had a problem. with
No, see, I seen when I first had it, I thought it was fucking some type of steak.
it.
And I dug into it, and I almost threw up. Like
She soaked. My mom
Was
she
it
like
soft on the inside?
she
I
would
never
like
had
soak
that.
it in
put-
buttermilk,
man, no, that-
and then she would like deep fry.
that
'em with,
shit is like
seasoning
that shit is
and
like you ever
batter.
had cube steak
Sounds like
before?
she's putting in that work though.
And then she
Cube
put it
steak?
Yeah.
onions,
I don't think so.
saute
You
onions.
never had
and
a
then she would
cube
make
steak?
this
Like-
Not a cube
deep
steak. no.
brown gravy.
You ever had
It's
a
more
cube
like a
steak
chunk
before?
or
Over
something.
Oh, but it was weird.
She made it. You couldn't tell it was
Man,
liver the way
fuck
my
that.
mom made it.
Hell no.
I'm
Did it
telling
taste
you.
like steak?
And she
I don't
had
fuck
like
with
this
liver
this
neither.
No,
gravy
see,
on it, and it had like this breading over it. You thought it was so tender.
But
it was
see,
like a steak
but
that was
On a
cheese.
lighter new age note,
Huh?
On a heavier note,
Still right? 'Cause we going in
still
still
some
doing
liver.
organ talk.
Still unhealthy.
Should nobody be eating no organs out here.
Still unhealthy. Still
Organ
unhealthy.
talk.
How do y'all like y'all ramen noodles?
I don't
eat
like
ramen
them.
noodles.
I don't like
How
them.
how did you like your ramen?
I don't like them.
Never ate ramen noodles in my life.
Bruh.
Damn,
What? You
what?
never ate them in your life?
I never had to.
I always had to.
Look, I'm not gonna cap though.
I
It was
never
a time
had
where I was a
shit,
kid and them bitches was
My
bomb.
mom lived
Like,
on Section 8 with 3
I don't know
kids.
what- I don't know
bro.
what
We
it was.
ate ramen noodles.
Are you a
all
hot
the
sauce and
time,
leave
bro.
nigga, or do you season and spice that bitch up?
what?
Yeah, I spice that
I
bitch
use
up.
the
I
ramen
spice it.
noodles, like the packet, and
Yeah.
then I would.
I
rub
never-
hot
They got a
sauce on
ramen
top of
noodle
it.
packet.
I never
You
really
know,
used the
silver
packet
dog.
because
Oh,
the packet was like, bro, like 1,000 milligrams of sodium in
Yeah,
there.
it's
Dude,
hella
at
sodium
least
So
in
I-
that
I
bitch.
never
between
used
1,000
to- I
and
never-
1,200, bro.
I never used
like,
a
you were
packet.
getting gout, like
I-
eating eating the damn ramen noodles, man.
Hey, no, look, hey,
He
never
said
used to
go.
look, no, nobody. Look, real shit though, real shit though. No, nobody under the age of 65. Nobody under the age of 65 should get go. That's a pig feet eating disease.
That shit crazy.
I just know of it. That's all I can say.
That's that pork 5 times a week out there. That's that disease. Like
I can't believe you ain't never
that's
ate
the only way you get that. You don't get that.
Tim over here never had ramen though.
You ain't
Bro, I
getting
used to
that
live
disease.
off
What's
of
going
it.
on in his
That's a
basement
wrap.
right
I would live off of 2 packs of ramen a day.
On the goddamn sodium.
Yeah, the sodium is out of
now?
control.
1,100 milligrams.
Out of
Like,
control.
That's a lot of fucking salt though.
Dude,
Bruh.
That is a
like,
lot.
One thing of ramen had like
You gotta
more
season
than
them yourself.
50% of your overall daily sodium intake.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, please be careful.
In one
with
packet.
whatever
That shit
sodium you
crazy.
consume after this shit.
I
'cause
try to
you
like
already
use.
over
I try to use like
50%.
a piece of the packet like, and then like try to like add my.
I
own
just
seasonings.
I just use my own seasonings, bro. I fuck it.
I tried that.
throw
And that
that
shit is
back in.
still fucking disgusting.
Yo, I was a hot pocket nigga, man. I
I swear to God, look, it ain't shit you could do with some noodles that don't make it taste like fucking noodles.
Only thing you can do with some noodles is put some sauce in them and
Right,
try it a little
man.
better.
Them motherfucking noodles gonna taste like noodles. I don't give a fuck. But it's some niggas in jail that can make the bitches taste like
A burrito. They made them bitches.
That is real. And
I seen a video where they made that bitch into a burrito.
I swear to God. Like,
I was like,
look,
oh shit. Yeah, they made the noodles. They was like the tortilla shell of the burrito.
Man, niggas made pizza with noodles. Man, all types of, like,
yeah, for sure.
shit is amazing. Like, I had a break one time when I ate that shit. I was like, man, this shit is good, but I would never ever want another one of these again. Like, I'm good. Like, this shit was good as
What's
fuck.
another food niggas don't like? Like, what's another food y'all don't like?
I went
don't like?
I went
Yeah.
into
Or
place,
just something that's like fucked up, like
Chitlins. I once walked
Ooh.
into
Yeah, I hate
a
them
like my
motherfuckers.
mom took me to like one of her friends' places, and like
Bitch
she was
smell
making
like
chitlins
straight
that night.
shit.
And she like opened up the door. She's
Soon as
hey
she-
Jackie, what's up? That's my mom's name.
Oh,
and I'm just
God.
like, oh,
It smell like a
like,
nigga
I
shit
was,
on
I
himself.
was a younger, I was like a
Like
you
raw
know,
shit.
teenager, thinking like 12, 13 around that time. I'll never forget that smell. I was just like,
Dog, that
this
shit be
is,
in buckets.
Yeah.
They get buckets of that shit. Like,
well, at the
ugh,
time,
And you got-
she was like,
and you gotta
actually
clean 'em?
making
Yeah, I
it
got me
go.
5 pounds.
So it
These
was
motherfuckers
warm in there, and it permeated throughout her
Hey,
entire apartment, bruh.
permeate.
Bruh, grandma
Dude.
be always in the kitchen cleaning
You're
the
just
chitlins.
like, yo, I'm not this
But
black.
my
Yeah,
great
cleaning
grandma
was
used to
just
do that
most
all the
worst thing.
time. If you don't clean your
After they cook
chitlins
it,
right,
be
you'll
cool.
taste straight
Yeah,
poop.
that
Like, I
shit is
haven't
like.
had
Right,
them,
and
but
then
she
you
was, like,
saying
working
shit
on
like
making
that.
them.
Like,
That
if you
shit-
don't clean it good, it's gonna be poop residue.
Like, why am I eating this?
That's
Like,
already
why am
bad.
I eating
Like, why
this?
do we trying so hard to eat this shit?
Hey, no,
We just make
Like,
extra,
I
would
something
figure,
else,
like,
man.
make extra mac and
every time we
cheese.
should
Like,
have
I
a
want
worry
that
about
shit.
trying to eat this.
Hey, but
Because
look.
we ain't trying to survive.
That's some
It's
shit I
hard.
throw.
Hey, but peep though. All right, look. So you know how
Shit smells.
you know how like people got dogs and shit, and like dogs be knowing how like to save the human's life and shit in certain situations, or
Yeah.
be there for a human and all that.
Right.
Right.
So if you could see that a dog has that type of consciousness,
Yo.
what would make you think that any other animal don't? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like with most animals though, they kind of like when it's time for them to be slaughtered, to be made into fucking steaks and burgers and shit, all that, like, the cows and shit, you think they don't see the cow in front of them going and, getting chopped
They
the
see
fuck
that.
up.
They see that.
They see all that. So it's like a lot of times when, that's why I said this health shit is spiritual, because when you eat meat, you take on all that, like, all that energy that came from that. They have a consciousness. You take all that shit on. Just like we drink a fucking cow's milk. I don't understand words somebody said that was cool, but you know what I mean? Like, 'cause that literally makes no sense though. You think about it, like when you are
I
a
stopped
baby,
drinking milk a long
when
time
you are a baby, you drink the milk of your mother, right? You know what I mean?
Supposed
That's what you know. That's what you're supposed to do. You got they created Similac and Enfamil and shit. These days and all that for as an alternative for kids that don't drink that. But they to drink an animal's milk though over anything and to say that it makes you healthy and strong and all that shit is crazy as fuck.
Mm.
And it just
Make my stomach hurt.
like just all of it, like really just think like for real, like so.
This milk make my stomach hurt.
And then you just think about like just think about every time you woke up in the morning and you just was like sluggish as fuck. You know what I mean? You know that you went to bed on time and all that, but you woke up and you was like, man, what the fuck, man? I wish I could lay back down, and that should be all that meat and all that, like for real, like we eat that shit like. Without being aware, you fuck around and eat that shit 2-3 times out the day, every day.
That's true.
And you literally like got that shit just sitting in your system.
Because it don't digest right away.
Yeah, so like just think
Meat
about
take
it.
way longer to
Just
break
think
down.
about it. You ate a say you ate a steak sandwich for lunch and then you ate a burger for dinner. That's beef. That shit ain't fucking digested. Then the
It
next
ain't
day,
going nowhere.
the next
take
day,
some
the next
time.
day you eat.
They gotta go through all
the
them
next day.
intestines
The
to
next
it.
day you have an actual steak.
I seen going off of that, bro. I just seen. I was trying to get hip to this new restaurant, right? It's called like Burger I Am or Burger.
Yeah, I
M.
had that before.
And like, so I looked on YouTube to see some reviews, and this dude, he did the Burger I Am challenge or whatever.
What is that?
So he ordered like every burger on the menu, which is about like 8 different burgers.
Oh my!
That Angus shit.
All I was thinking about was like how unhealthy that shit was when he was doing it.
Angus beef.
Angus beef,
Half of it's Angus.
2 chicken
Yo,
sandwiches.
he probably won't be able to shit. For
Y'all better be like, bro, the
that's the,
shit.
like stoppage right there.
Yeah.
And then
You can stop.
you had that cheese and shit and all that.
right. The cheese.
Cheese, aiolis, guacamole,
And see, the
shit.
reason I stopped eating meat on some real shit was because I used to feel shitty when I eat it, and I would be fucked up on the toilet.
Yo, you want to know what's
So I'm like,
you
I'm
wanna-
getting sick of this shit.
You want to know what's even sicker though?
Probably.
You know what's the most popular breakfast meat though? The most
bacon.
the most too.
Bacon
Eggs and bacon.
sausage, right?
Sausage.
Bacon and sausage.
And they are more than likely are pork in most cases. Some people have eat turkey, but you think about it, right? Most people eat pork, so it's like the pig is like the worst thing that you can eat, like psychologically too. Like just yo, like
They eat slop.
They eat slop. So like basically like
Eat other pigs.
Slop, they eat
Right.
trash.
They'll eat another
So,
pig.
just imagine, like, so
They
just
would.
imagine where you have to be at mentally to eat another human and just to live in like squalor, like all the time, just move around and it just to be comfortable, like just, you know what I mean? So
That's why I hate
so
animals.
so just that's what
That's why I
motherfuckers
stopped.
motherfuckers start their day off with that shit though. They go get them sausage sandwich and a bacon bagel.
All I can think
That's
about
for
is
sure.
when I ate that shit. I remember I went in like 2 months and I ate 4 McDoubles every day for lunch.
God damn.
Like I was eating
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
Like, that shit was like $4.
Like
I don't see why not.
2013,
Shit.
2014, but it was cheap as shit. It was $4 or $5.
$5.
That's
At
not
that
even
time,
like.
it definitely was. So man, I
That's
think
not
about
even
that shit, dog. Like
Put some mac sauce in that shit, maybe about $6. You know what I mean?
No,
Man.
the mac sauce is what kept that shit kept me there. I used to put mac sauce on my McChickens, dog. Now they be up there tripping. That's another
that's what I
reason
say. I done
that
had
helped
my
me
run.
to stop going to McDonald's because they started tripping on the mac sauce. I'm like, man, fuck
That's
y'all.
a damn
y'all
shame.
But
niggas ain't
honestly,
help.
as soon as I would eat that McDouble shit, I couldn't even work. Cause as soon as I get off my break, you gotta fucking get off the line to go take a shit. Like,
Damn.
cause you pushing out the last shit you ate. You know what I'm saying?
right,
The last
and-
little meat shit.
And like one thing about one thing about the American culture though, for real, for sure, is you eat for taste and you eat
Right,
for the enjoyment and not eat to like for just to suffice you.
Rather they
And,
live to eat rather than eat to
Right,
live.
because that's where all these indulgent ass fucking holidays come into play. Like it should not be a situation where motherfuckers be like, you gotta worry about gaining 15 pounds around the holidays. Like why? Like
Terrible.
Cause of the food that's about to be around. That
But-
shit alone
but-
be like
but like and then like this
gout
Definitely.
type
but that,
something.
see, this is nothing. This is nothing. Like this.
Sodium.
See, now getting into that. Now this conversation about to go into a whole different place.
I don't care. I don't give a
Because look, now we go into that right. The holidays, the holiday season and shit.
Yeah.
Now you know everybody like really be like it's us as a people we be up in arms about everything. Like everything that happened to us all that. Now as soon as holidays hit. The first excuse is, I ain't celebrating holidays when I get around my family. But y'all don't get around y'all family like any other day. Y'all wait until the pagan holiday to do it. And then want to be like, well,
that's why I try to link
but
up.
then want to be like, well, I'm not celebrating the holiday. I'm just keeping with my family. No, you celebrating the holiday, my nigga.
Yeah.
I seen a
that's
lot
the
of that
time
this
you
July,
get together.
this last July 4th. Like, I swear to
yeah.
God, with Juneteenth and everything, like, everybody was saying, like, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't celebrate the 4th. I haven't in some years, you know what I mean? Like, I usually be working anyway.
It's a lot of
but-
holidays I don't
Okay.
celebrate.
But it's
a lot of 'em.
but you got a lot of people that was like, still going to, after everything that done happened and, people having knowledge of Juneteenth and all that and, everybody being so spiritual and pro-black, getting motherfucking Egyptian tattoos and everything like that, still celebrate July 4th.
Right. Right.
Still, about to go crazy on Christmas. Still about to eat Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
All that, and...
Well, even when you talk about the journey, bro, that all is involved with that shit. Like, even just your mentality and your mindset towards the motion of time and the society you living in and shit. So it's like understanding that even the energy you put around you or the energy you head towards is thought out or critically thought of. Like, do I really need to do this shit? You know what I mean? Or can I be doing this? Which this will be help, and not just saying on some like financial shit or anything like that, but just straight mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just all about doing things that like constantly like make yourself better. Like one of like two people that I always looked up to, like straight up, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and the thing that they both shared was that whole like desire, like just to be better, period. And they they both play basketball, but I took that and I translate that shit into anything I do, like and just in life, like just with my journey and being healthy and everything is a challenge just to see what I can and can't do, what I can stop doing, what I could be better at, like besides like drinking the occasional some champagne sometimes, like I don't drink, I don't drink liquor, like that's a part of that process of being like can I put that to the side and not fuck with it, just constantly like tweaking and making myself better and trying to figure things out, like that's just what I'm all about, and that's really important.
Yeah, period, point blank. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, exemplary figures of constant improvement and always trying to better oneself.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I'm just really fucking with this this health and wellness segment that we had today.
Same.
Like we all went off on some shit. Like
yeah, definitely. But on a lighter note, man, I really appreciate you coming through. McCooleyHigh.
Definitely.
You are dope.
For sure. I appreciate it,
dope
man.
individual too, man.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.
You
It's
know,
a
not
dope
just the
ass
music
show.
and shit.
Hashtag dope AF.
Dope ass vibe.
Definitely. Go ahead and plug your shit again for everybody.
I mean, everything McCooleyHigh, shit. MCCOOLEYHIGH. Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music,
Right.
Spotify, Tidal, all that. That's how you find me.
let them know what you got coming up, man.
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, PlayBoy Chronicles on the way. Cedar and Lee already on all platforms. Catch me in a couple movies I got her coming out. The PlayBoy Chronicles short film, all that. So just be on the lookout. I'll be out. See me everywhere.
You got any shows coming up?
No shows, man. Not until I get some money out of it. For real, to be honest.
For sure.
Hey, that's real shit right there.
Like,
nigga.
Manifest it, bro. It's gonna happen.
niggas is
bro.
not about to be jumping on stage for other artists out here, man.
Yeah.
This
All
for
right.
them to be like,
Just quality shit like we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
It's just,
yeah, yeah,
it's just
yeah.
quality shit. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, you heard it here first, man. Episode 26, McCooleyHigh, the Xpression crew.
yeah.
Y'all better go like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe right now.
Go.
Like,
And go like and subscribe on the YouTube, Pure Power Music. Visit purepowermusic216.com. Go on the Xpression tab. You can check out all the episodes there as well, and check out any artists that come through here on the new content page on there as well, man. Peace and love to everybody.
Yeah.
peace and love.
Music is music. I ain't Hollywood. Yeah. Bitch. From the front to the back to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac, and we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac, and we gon' slide. Told her tap in, we gon' get some paper on the back end. What's crackin'? We coolin' but ain't got no time for slacking. I'm tryna get up in another bracket. Figured out my worth and I tax it. That's the reason why my baby mama mad. But look, I'm tryna get to all this action. Count this paper, after that we straight relaxin'. Look, girl, you hella cool with your fine ass. Type of chick a nigga couldn't slide past. Rendezvous shit, we can have a nightcap, watch the stars while we sippin' out a wine glass. Put you up on numbers and shit. Manifest our goals by the summer we rich. I'm just tryna get paper like a summary slip. Run it up, then we bout to have some fun with this shit. You like how I do it like that? You know these other niggas, they not moving like that. Who else gon' kick game just as fluent like that? Who else gon' chop it up and just screw it like that? Used to bite that in her thigh cause I knew you like that. I'm the type to see the bread and pursue it like that. So I'm just tryna see you later for this little nightcap. But I just gotta get this paper, I'ma get right back. From the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac, and we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac, and we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac, and we gon' slide from the front to the back, to the side, roll a blunt for a Mac, and we gon' slide. Told her tap in, we gon' get some paper on the back end. What's crackin'? We coolin' but ain't got no time for slacking. I'm tryna get up in another bracket. Figured out my worth and I tax it. That's the reason why my baby mama mad. Hey, this shit different though.
Rock the beat right on time, yeah, it's my session. We in this bitch getting bucks, I guess I reckon. So you know that we getting this shit for seconds, minutes, hours, months, years, they hours. Hold on, wait, take a second, let the beat levitate. Listen to the greats, yeah, we in this bitch, yeah, we up, we need capes. Hold on, wait, we beating our chests like some apes. Hold on, wait, I'm eating the beat just like grapes. I can say it twice and it's gon' really sound nice. I'm eating the beat like some fucking brown rice at Chipotle. Hold on, wait, I go so far that they cannot say where he was, because I do what the fuck I does. I goes far, I get hard, I hit hard, I get. Hold on, wait, I'm drinking drinks like I'm at the bar, but I'm with the stars. Hold on, wait, we in our car, so I'm rolling. Bitch, I'm really going, flowing like the fucking Atlantic Ocean. You don't even know how to fucking get the mojo in your potion. Yeah, I'm in this bitch, so it's chills. Hold on, wait, I do what the fuck I will. Hold on, wait, I'm in this bitch for dollar bills. Count them up, yeah. And then put them in the truck, stuff it up.